That's kind of encouraging.
Hey, morning. Where's Specs?
Be back any minute now.
What's that look for?
It's in all the papers.
What is? Insomnia Falls. What? This your idea of a joke?
I need you to calm down so I can explain.
I'm as calm as I'm gonna get.
There was an attack. The Imperial army has taken the Crown City.
As treaty room tempers flared, blasts lit the night sky. When the smoke about the Citadel had cleared, the king was found dead.
No, wait. Hold on.
We had no way of knowing
What? Knowing what?
that the signing was last night. That
But the
insomnia.
wedding! Altissia!
I know. That was the plan. Yet the reports are... The invasion are all the same. How could every headline in the kingdom be wrong?
Lies. If only.
What else do we know? Well, then we can't be sure until we see it with our own eyes.
And that means we go back to Insomnia.
Might not be safe for us there.
Might not be safe for us here.
Turn back.
Yeah.
I hope
Free tidings, huh?
everyone's okay.
A lot of good hoping's gonna do.
You mustn't lose faith.
Really? Can Faith stop a fleet of Imperial dreadnoughts?
Just give it a rest.
My old man had plenty of faith.
Enough.
The Empire lied. They betrayed us.
Conjecture gets us nowhere. We're searching for truth.
All you'll find are lies. Like that ceasefire.
Look at the size of those things.
Imperial dreadnoughts. They transport soldiers, namely the Magitech infantry.
The robots.
Mass-produced humanoid weapons of warfare, to be more precise.
Doesn't look like they'll be signing that peace treaty.
$4.
Up ahead!
They've set up an inspection point.
If the road ahead's blocked, then we find a way around.
That's definitely the right side. That is definitely the spot.
Let's make a detour. There ought to be a decent vantage point up ahead.
There they are. Wanna take them out?
Scrappy kid. I wish they had a treaty to protect it.
It's starting.
Which one is that?
Where do they keep coming from?
Can't imagine what it's like inside.
You are alone. So like when we get or going to South Central.
We should seek a vantage point. The hill.
Follow it. You are alone. It really does look like that. The right panels are really very popular. The glass is on that. The glass is getting really set. The road's getting in order for someone to get moving to it's a sound speed. Maybe spontaneously, let's put the stone it doesn't have to make any sense, but I'd like to know what is happening. Why are we putting the star in the baby? It's just taking the star away from the baby. What's the next to put it over the baby? Exactly what's going on. If that was not made out of steel, these are all what's that doing in the background? What are you doing with the regular rumble? I don't know. I have no idea about any of this stuff. But the question still remains at the top of the bridge in the forefront of my mind. What does the star have to do with
After ceasefire discussions between the two nations, all provisional terms have been suspended in light of recent developments. Moreover, in the wake of the news of King Regis' death, we've now received word that Crown Prince Noctis and the Oracle Lunafreya have also been pronounced dead.
Keep it on.
I don't think so. You know, it's a great photograph. Holy crap, is it really, really cool? Although, if I was the one who photographed this bear, I would probably assume that I'm about to actually die. And not in a very good way, you know? If you guys ever read that book about Hugh Glass, I mean read the book, not watched that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, the graphic, nasty-ass book, you'll have a better idea of what's going on. But you know there's the I'm gonna rip you to shreds and leave you there, brother.
What the hell's going on?
Where are you?
Outside the city, with no way back in.
Makes sense.
Makes sense? Are you serious? What about any of this makes sense? The news just told me I'm dead, along with my father and Luna.
Same joke before, and it's true. I think it's true, man. I have never talked to more happy, carefree people out on the street in my life. My boyfriend just casually dropped the fact that for most of his adult life, he's going to have to force himself to wake up from a nightmare by just envisioning the star-cracked zombie screen,
You know where to find me.
and picturing himself hitting the hit button on it. I don't buy that for a second, but if it is true, that is insanely impressive to me. Because whenever I do have a dream, you know, you even remember a microsecond of after I wake up, because I only remember two dreams, and I only remember one specific 3-second part.
City being Hammerhead.
We're going to the surface island. Main base. Yes. The sun said it. King is gone. Prince Noctis. Or should I say King Noctis now, right? Very much. And now for chapter 4. Chapter 2, technically, but that was like episode 4, I think. You do.
Don't suppose the Crown's Guard is still active.
I wouldn't count on it. Not with the Marshal out here.
I wonder how things are in the city.
There should be reports before long.
Yeah, something this big can't go ignored.
And what about us? What do we do?
We make for Hammerhead now, and figure the rest out later. Got a message from my sister. She's with refugees bound for Lestalem.
Well, at least Iris is okay.
Yeah, doesn't sound like everyone else was so lucky, though.
We'd best make haste. Noct won't be dead forever.
No going back. Only ways forward.
No going back. Let's go.
Hey,
Glad y'all made it. No weather for driving, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks.
Where's Cor?
Left to see to business. And left y'all a message with Pawpaw.
Yeah?
Boss ain't sat still 1 second since he heard y'all were coming. Why, she's looking prettier than ever.
Love each of those dreams. I never remember my dreams, but when I do,
Crystal and the King's ring. What they've been after all
I
along.
can tell you about to this day. So
all
even a
talk
dream
of
that
peace
vivid,
was
I have
merely a
never been able to
pretext.
make a conscious decision or recognize that I am indeed dreaming. I have never, ever had a lucid dream once in my
They
entire
played my
life. And honestly,
father for a
I'm
fool.
kind of sad about that. I'm a little
Don't
boy.
kid
I
yourself.
want to be able to get lucid with it. I want to be able to do whatever I want in my dream. But alas, I can't. Because whatever the hell is happening, I just assume it's real. Like a lot of people, I think. Nothing gives me the sign that I'm in a dream until I wake up. Well, do you think I'm a cartoon villain? Question 5 of 35. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. You don't do that, blue balls? I do not change to a more effective tune. I do not come back later when I'm stronger. I do not learn enemy attacks. I brute force bosses, and if I die, I try again until I win. Well, that sounds pretty miserable, dude. I have always had a problem with this. Sounds like a Soulsman, right? It sounds like you're playing Elden Ring or, Dark Souls of any kind, whatever, right? It sounds like you're doing the type of thing where you want the extra bragging rights. You are specifically and intentionally ignoring built-in game mechanics that make your time less frustrating because you might feel cooler and more awesome and holier than the other gamers if you just brute force that shit. You know what I mean? Like, not to actually project that on you. I don't know who the hell you are. You're just being silly. This is a joke. However, I do have a problem with motherfuckers out there who unironically try to tell you how you are supposed to play a video game. All right? I don't have to play on nightmare difficulty. I don't have to play deathless runs. I don't have to do all this stupid shit in order to have played and enjoyed the experience. If I want to play on little rinky-dinky goo-goo gaga baby shit mode, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. I've done that with so many of my favorite games. Sure, it's a different experience entirely, man. There is only one game I can think of off the top of my head that I recommend you play literal hardest difficulty you can, and that is Alan Wake 2. I think that game, the way it is structured, the way it is built, that one feels appropriate on hard and nightmare difficulty. The rest, I don't know. See, you got me monologuing, you sly dog, you. Whenever someone brags to me about getting a runner's high, I'm always like, oh, gee, you would love drugs then. Tech bros are literally discovering how to properly communicate their needs and calling it prompt engineering. 100% of the cheat codes you're using with ChatGPT can also just make your relationships better. I mean, yeah, if you decided to ask people you know and love and are actually human the questions that you ask ChatGPT, you might begin to see relationships change. Look, your friends are okay with you asking them the stupidest questions known to man. All right? There was a time when I used to talk to my buddies and they would send me back a let me Google that for you link, which pissed me off, and I told them, like, dude, I'm asking you a question about something you know. Okay, no matter how dumb you think it is, you can answer this question in half a goddamn second. Don't do that. Nowadays, things are different. I can ask the stupidest thing imaginable, and if they know, they'll just tell me, all right? You don't need ChatGPT to set a timer for you. You don't need ChatGPT to tell you one day it's going to be in 8 days. Look at the calendar. Your phone has one built in, actually. You don't need ChatGPT to write a response to your manager asking you to come in. Just tell them, I'm not available today. It's my day off. I'm sorry. That's your problem. Okay? You don't need it for all this. This is stupid. Okay? Why don't you just make another slightly smaller version of yourself? Who is that supposed to be? Do not move to Dubai in 2025. I moved to Dubai and all I got was this stupid homunculus. Oh boy. Hash brown Oreo McFlurry sandwich. Smash or pass. The doctor going to be doing a step back fadeaway with your toes into trash. Oh, I see. Oh, man, that is a lot. Look, I tried that once, but I feel like the hot hash brown needing ice cream, or I guess it's not ice cream legally anymore. No, I have a problem with that. I do not like temperatures flashing, okay? Mainly because I feel like I could crack a tooth. If I got a scalding hot hash brown, and why would you want a hash brown anything other than scalding hot? I don't want a cold one. Lord knows I don't want one cold enough to mesh with ice cream, okay? So I want to bite into a searing hot thing and then immediately get searing cold and cause my teeth to explode, okay? Other than the fact that it's probably super unhealthy, of course. But that's like my work. That is actually a brilliant thing to say. It's funny because I don't even know what step back fadeaway means, but I got it. I can see it in my head right now. I can see the doctor. It's an impressive thing to be able to envision. I love it. The duality of man. If something ever happens to that cat, we're about to get 4 movies out of this guy. My favorite local coffee shop has a bot farm set up in their back room to boost Instagram engagement. This is the next level local marketing. That's really stupid. I mean, you know what? I don't know how well this works, but it really sucks. Then, yeah, every website you're on, for every person you come across, there's a really good chance you're going to come across 50 to 85 bots. It's just really, I don't know how old this was. Oh, this was from this year. I saw the phones and assumed it was years ago. God dang, okay. This is from like a week ago. Oops. All right, well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's pretty sad. It's probably cheaper than paying for all kinds of advertising, but it is just a waste on so many fronts, and once again, just continues to prove the theory that the internet is dead, and most of us are not talking to each other because we're trying to talk to each other through a crowd of 10 billion bots. And while it's not this guy's fault, right? All I know is there could be at least 27 fake Instagram bots here, 27 of them. So, drop in the pond, for sure. It's not this owner's fault, but it still sucks to see, in my opinion. I don't really like it. I once read that we should say to our kids, you must be so proud of yourself, instead of I'm so proud of you, because they'll grow up intrinsically motivated, rather than motivated to live with others. My parents only said that when I grew up. My favorite part of being in my early 20s is I'll see a screenshot of a post and be like, man, that's embarrassing. I used to be weird. And it was like 9 months ago. Yeah. It's funny. I have actually been so strict on deleting my memories on Facebook. Like every single time Facebook will pop up and say, you've got memories to look back on today. If I can, I delete every single one. I mean, if it's like images and something that I feel like I could stand looking back on, I'll leave it, but pretty much my entire page has been completely wiped manually because of that feature. Whenever I'm reminded of something incredibly, stupid I said as a kid, or edgy, or out of context to try and be funny or entertaining, because that's what I thought being entertaining and funny was back then, yeah, I'm gonna remove it. I'm super gonna remove it, man. I'm sure I could have made a video, a whole video going back on my old Facebook post making fun of myself, but I don't have the stomach. I don't. It's embarrassing, guys. When my son was younger, he realized a family member was often passive aggressive, but not knowing that term yet, he described that person as doing invisible arguing. I mean, that's a great way to look at it. It really is. Michelangelo's whatever recreated with drones about St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City as part of the Grace for the World celebration on the 13th of September. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, that's neat. Drones are pretty cool, all right? I'm not going to lie to you. I think drones are neat, all right? Specifically drones that have sort of allowed people like myself to, for the price of a cell phone, get aerial shots for their content videos, movies, whatever, that previously was only possible for multi-million-dollar Hollywood productions, because you used to just need a helicopter that was built and rigged for filming. Nowadays, I can go out and buy a used Mavic Mini or some shit like that, or buy one brand new for like a grand, which is for a lot of money. Not get me wrong, it's a shit ton of money, but the fact that I don't have to spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to rent a helicopter for the day that shoots on film, for the love of God, that's awesome. I think drones are cool. When I was in school, I was doing my French speaking exam, and I started crying because I literally couldn't do it. And my French teacher said, "It's okay, you're not the worst girl before you answer the question in English with a French accent." And I could not breathe. I tried making a teddy bear cookie. You gotta freeze the dough for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then it'll keep the form when you bake it. Why do I feel like this is Why do I feel like you are trying to cause a bigger problem? Should we try it? I'm not gonna. That would be cool. Look, honestly, if I were a baker, I would love to try making a giant teddy bear cookie. But no, that's you gotta freeze it for 15 to 20 minutes. But that's, I don't know. That very well could be the strat. I don't bake. I don't cook. The only thing I know how to make comes from a box. Okay, I am one of those guys. I am sorry to say. The only thing I can make well and fairly consistency, despite still needing a loose recipe from somewhere on the internet, is French toast. All right, and that's not exactly rocket science in the world of cooking. Also, I can definitely cook meat to a safe degree, but who the hell can't do that? To me, being able to cook a burger, right, is about the same skill level as being able to boil water, okay? Or leave pasta in the boiling water long enough for you to. I digress. I really wish the bear had turned out. Instead, it unfortunately turned into something that the thing would have caused. Sharing wired earphones is a forgotten form of intimacy. What, wired ones? Yeah, I could see that, because you gotta be close, But I felt something the last time I shared AirPods with somebody, they gave me the right ear, they kept the left ear. That was kind of fun. I like that, actually. But not the same thing, because you don't have to be close. You don't have to stay close to each other. Although you do have to be within a certain amount, a certain distance, otherwise they're just going to, I guess, Nick Young was the Nick Young meme for Halloween. He ain't white, wrong facial expression, angle ain't right. Excuse me? So how did he keep it up? How did he do that? Did he just not have his heart in it? It's a funny idea, man. If you yourself became a world-renowned meme, like years, out of such, you can get it right. I mean, that shirt's even got prints on it, man. What do you think? I can't read that even a little bit. Unfortunate. But hey, look, at the end of the day, it's the thought that counts, I suppose. I'll give him brownie points for that. That one friend who finishes the drinks you don't want to drink at the bar. Never had that friend, never been that friend, and if I had anything to say about it, you can bet your ass I'm never gonna be that friend, okay? I might drink too much beer, but I would never do something like that. Hell, I don't drink liquor anymore of any kind, and I never will again. Absolutely not. If I'm gonna have a cookie drink, like a silly fun drink, it's just gonna be sans alcohol, But, again, I'm not gonna be, gin golem, or whatever the hell this creature is supposed to be. In 2017, I dated this girl for a year. One night, she added me to a random WhatsApp group and said, all of you are the guys I didn't want, and it's over because I'm getting married next weekend. She immediately ended it, left us, getting to know each other. Now, that doesn't might sound like a funny situation, but why do I feel like at least a few of you are like, how do we kill her? Or something insane. Why do I feel like in today's world, at least a couple of you in this big-ass group chat really wanted to get back at her somehow? I mean, I'm not saying to be pissed off about this situation. I'm saying, look at all these people she was fooling around with. Why engaged? But look, you know there was at least one jackass in this who wanted to take some sort of revenge, right? Meanwhile, I think the only real revenge anybody really took was what this guy did. Yeah, I think this girl who was insane, apparently. That is crazy levels of playing the field before getting married. I mean, yeah, that implies that she was dating at least a few men while engaged to the person she... Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I've got a deep suspicion about one of you guys, though, all right? Don't do it. My daughter went to a Laser Quest birthday party yesterday. She sent her username to a girl and asked why she didn't pick Bloodstone or Skullcrusher. And she said, so every time I zapped a boy, they'd know it was a girl that took them out. Proud dad. That is pretty sick. I like that. Also, the only thing I can say about it...
Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't gonna go down.
This range will be studied one day. I'm actually quite glad you stayed in just the Twilight Vampire guy. I'm not sure how much of a risk you
In the end, though,
how risk-averse you were for that.
it just wasn't enough.
I'm not sure how much of a risk it was, but he was going to stand there on the wall. Regardless of how you feel about those movies, it was a little exploration of this job with the fire.
You need something else, you talk to Core. I can't even remember the last time I saw Reggie. Feels like a lifetime ago.
I'm gonna do a paycheck, and then I'm gonna start doing the wildest crap I can imagine, from Batman to a bird. Who the hell would move to Gotham City on purpose? What do you mean? That place looks badass. Can you imagine being out for a night on the town? You know, you go and see a play, maybe like a really good show. Just do not take the random emergency exit that spills out into an alley, I guess. That's the lesson you should probably take away from Gotham City. My hungry ass thought this was a cheesecake. Your hungry ass was right. Dude, this image is...
Cora left a message.
I know that it's...
Said he'll wait for you in the tombs. They're to the northwest of here.
Usually looks like that.
That's a short ways past the outpost.
Breaking away. That is an image of the ocean, or a lake, or something. Okay? It does look delicious. I want to buy this all more than anything in the world. I want to try this frickin' cheesecake, regardless of whether or not it actually looks like the ocean. Can someone make me a slice and bring it to me? The person who names a thing is often more powerful than the real discovery. I call this Reed's Law. Ah, I see. Wait a minute, hold on. If I look up Reed's Law, is it actually gonna... There's no way. Reed's Law! An assertion of David P. Reed that the utility of large networks, particularly social networks, can scale exponentially. Okay, so not at all related, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Andrew Reed, but David P. Reed beats you to the law. People ask me how I reached an 8-figure net worth after only 5 years in tech. Year 1, 65K, my first job. Year 2, asked for a raise, got to 72K. Year 3, 137K, because I switched jobs. Year 4, 35.67 million lawsuit payout from Google commuter bus hitting me. Year 5, 146K promotion. Okay, dude, I'm sorry. There is no way in hell you would be able to pull numbers like that, no matter the accident from a Google commuter bus. I'm sorry. There's no way you'd be getting that number pre or post-tax and lawyer fees after the fact. No, I'm sorry, dude. Google is going to find a way to settle you at $45, all of which has to go to your lawyer. And then the last buck goes to the IRS. There's no way you'd be able to get 35 mil out of them, even if they showed up at your house and killed your dog and then beat you half to death, like the Google execs themselves. No way. What's the biggest lesson that unemployment has taught you? Being likable is actually more important than being good at your job. Yeah,
Hey, Nuts?
obviously,
I'm pretty beat. Can we call it a night and head for the hotel?
Does seem to be true. If you're a non-toxic, decent person around the office that everybody in general is at least okay with, you know?
No time to
That's
stop.
much better
We
than
keep
the guy
moving.
who's really good at
Seriously?
that
When will it
everyone
end?
dislikes.
I've gotta take a nap sometime.
Yes, if you never doze off in the car.
Hey,
That's
different.
They want to seal off the city by now.
I'm sorry, I can't
What do
remember
you
the
think
name
it's
of the
like
Larry.
inside?
I'm too much
I
going
don't
on.
know.
Either way, I'm not talking about
Your
those
guess is as
guys
good as
where they
mine.
are generally
See
barely
for
nice
ourselves
for
in
the most
time.
part, but everyone hates them because that's haha comedy. I mean,
Can't believe
in
the
the
crystals are
actual
gone.
movie. We've all seen one,
Bastards
all
took
that
out
one, okay? Ever seen Office Space? Like half the characters in that movie are that guy. Hi guys, I just spent 1,800 pounds on a new sofa, only to be told it's a 12-week waiting time for delivery. Anyone know where I stand? Probably in your living room, I would imagine. Dude, that does suck. Nearly 2,000 pounds, which by the way is probably like 3,000 USD or more. Probably more than that if I had to guess. That's kind of crazy, dude. I'm sorry. I've been so against ordering things. I do not like ordering anything anymore. Sometimes it's convenient, obviously, and I can see why it's a draw. Being able to click a button
roads apparently
and
look nice.
specific item delivered to your door
We
within
best head
24
back into
hours is
town.
amazing. However, I don't like that on average, I can't freaking buy anything that I actually want to buy from stores anymore.
Yeah.
I have to go
Let's
out
head back
the
to
day.
town. Well then, let's call it a night.
Okay, so I want this device. You guys don't have any in stock. You're Walmart. How do you not have any in stock? Oh, because you only got 3 of them in. The rest are ordered online.
See that you buy no more than we need.
Sheesh.
I'm not
You're
able
my
to
mother
just
or something?
license it.
Mom's the
Fast travel is made to this location.
I have to order and wait 6 to 4 billion weeks to get an item that I otherwise used to be able to walk into a place, purchase, and take home. I don't know. We put 700 red dots on a map. Click home.
If they close off any more roads.
Well, howdy.
Can you give a round of applause for Click Home, please? Editor, can we just... Yeah, there's that crowd sound effect.
Please come again.
Oh, that is so fantastic. You know, I knew they would have the balls to do it one day. Put it home, put it home, put it home. Due to floating point imprecision, the rolling log in Tall Mountain in Super Mario 64 can be very slowly manipulated to go sideways.
Hey, Prince, mind if I borrow the old girl for a hot second? I just had a doozy of an idea. You're gonna love it. Promise.
36. How'd you do that? I'm not kidding. How did you do that for 36 days straight? There's no way they did it automatically. You know, you have seen speedrunners. A guy did this by hand, I guarantee you. Babe, you've been manipulating your log for 36 days for no known purpose. Can you please put that down and come back to bed? No. This is important, my dear, and therefore I will take it upon myself to make history.
You want it done? Just give me a holler.
So when I was in 9th grade, I came out as a lesbian. And then in 10th grade, I watched Daredevil and came out as a bisexual. And it took me a whole year to realize I'm actually a lesbian, and it was just this one.
Hey, what are you after this time?
I'm not even sure what that could really mean. Is it common for one specific
Hey, come
person
again.
to actually make you think, Emma? Because I mean, for me, that would call into question literally everything. Correct? If one person broke the rule or broke my, preference entirely, how I was born, I have a lot of thinking to do for a long time. I'll never forget you, Indian restaurant owner in Mumbai, who asked where I was from, and when I said Colombia, he excitedly said, Colombia pictures, while doing this pose. Guy seems awesome. My son just told me he's gay. I burst into tears, but not for the reason you think. You see, I understand that statistically, men earn about 20% more than women. Marrying a man instead of a woman is simply a wise, long-term financial decision. I'm so proud of my son. My 3-year-old is the only girl at her small daycare. I was thrilled when she started talking about her new
It's
training.
bedtime.
They want to play every day for months. Hyper this, hyper that. Finally, I asked the daycare lady about maybe scheduling a play date. Hyper is a cat. Is this a problem? Okay. But I'm sorry. I'd be the same person. I'm making friends with the cat before anybody else, and I'm proud of it. Have you ever gotten a gift card to a nearby place that you've never been to, and the next few years of your life are very low stakes, or are any very low stakes saga about you trying to go to that place?
Hello?
Jeez, thought I'd never get through. Good to hear your voice, Highness. You recognize mine, don't you? It's Dana.
Right, the jeweler.
Got that right. The best around. Listen, I've been worried about how you guys are doing. How's about you drop by girl down in Mingle for a bit?
Or something like that. The biggest scam of all.
Well, think about it.
Time was convincing kids that Wikipedia, the source of unlimited information, isn't reliable when there's literal sources at the bottom and a strict editing policy. Yes, I've had this conversation a few times. I understand why, right? Because the teachers want you to get used to more than just relying on Wikipedia, which, as we know, could disappear at any moment, at any time now, thanks to certain people in power. It's good to understand how to use a wealth of sources that you find yourself, mind you, and understand how to discern the credible from the non-credible. That part is important, okay? It's important to cite your sources, to give credit where it's due, and understand how to properly research. I have written papers before, I've written scripts before about certain subjects, from raw milk to, I don't know, old reality TV shows that went off the air after a season, right? I've done stuff like that. And Wikipedia was a very, 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 very small portion. It was. Even with their list of sources, I still wanted to go and find different sources myself. And it's a smart thing to be able to do, a smart thing to be able to know about. But I can definitely see why, if you're not writing essays for fun, you know, because who's doing that, or for work, why Wikipedia is really all most of us have ever really needed. It doesn't make any freaking sense that Cinderella had a different shoe size from every other bitch in that town. Well, I mean, if the fairy godmother made her shoes custom, they probably fit her feet exactly without any room for variation. Then how the f*** did it fall off? Innocent adult pleasure. Going to sleep without setting an alarm. Oh, sweet, sweet, undeterminable length of sleep. Now, for me, I'm pretty consistent. I still wake up between 10 and 11 now, almost every day. I mean, I wake up plenty more often before that, but I digress. Who's winning this fight? You're strong. Stand proud. What is this? We know how this is going down. I don't know. The Lion's probably going to have his wife do it, and then she might win. You know, went to cancel a streaming service that was $10.99 a month, and they were like, okay, you got us. How about $2.99? I'm going to spend tomorrow cancel threatening every service in my life. Well, yeah, it's just the same thing as having to call your cable provider every 12 months to renegotiate a deal, when in reality, each year your discount is a maximum of $5 or $10.
This must be the outpost Sid mentioned. It looks like a hub for hunters.
Maybe they know something.
Let's say you go
Take a look at our wares.
Hey, come again.
They're going to offer you $2.99 a month for the next 2 months, not the rest of the year. They're going to, sure, it is a discount, but it's...
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe.
Monica, where are all the others?
Most of the Crown's Guard didn't make it. It was all we could do to escort Lady Iris out of the city. Dustin is with her as we speak, seeing her the rest of the way to Lestalem.
I owe you guys big time.
Head for the royal tomb. The marshal awaits.
Unacceptable.
If you're weary from the road, you can rest.
Across all land, blossoms of Tenebri can be seen displayed in memoriam, with Dover being sworn, drama gathered in
2 weeks now. Someone's got to do the work. This startup is crumbling. Happy 909 Day. Shout out to the most perfect waveform in existence. My imaginative abs thought this was a sepia-tinted image of a row of trees reflected on a lake. Virtual Boy for Nintendo Switch 2. It's $100. Or you can get a cardboard one for $25. As long as you are a
Can't keep up with this guy.
That's so
First the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Core the Restless. Somehow not as catchy as Core the Immortal.
Making it out of insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck. You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
Watch out!
Right through him.
No, sucker around. Let's not give ourselves away. Hate bastards that fly.
More curiosity from the late Kings of Lucis. Only one way to find out.
When the white particular plate makes the front fire.
Let's go in and find the marshal.
I am supporting this, so I'm a little bit frazzled. I apologize from the deepest depths of my horrible inky glass.
At last, Your Highness.
Yes.
Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me? Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did he lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
The power of kings goes with you, Your Majesty. That's not the only power your forebears left you. Your journey's just begun. Another tomb lies close by. I suggest you head there next.
When I'm warm enough, the mindset.
There are tombs scattered across the land, all are on dangerous ground.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe to Automatic Scamming. Until next time on Final Fantasy.